Right, well, finished all the scheduled, or most of the scheduled things today. Yeah, had a really good morning group. Really, again, really beneficial, talking about lies that addicts tell themselves. I and, well, everybody in the room and everybody that have been through here is guilty of that. So it was really applicable to everybody, there were some good stories, personal stories that came to light as a result. And yeah, really good stuff to go over. I found that the biggest person I lied to was myself. So, I disclosed that in the group and a few other points. One thing, in the way, the example I used, actually I hadn't thought about it until that group, but one day I'd bought 2 bottles of vodka first thing in the morning because I thought I might. So I had 2 litre bottle of vodka, 2 litre bottles of vodka, thinking I might run out. It was only like 8:50 probably, 9 o'clock in the morning. And I remember I always used to hide them from myself. That's lying to myself right there. So I couldn't see them. So in my head I wasn't actually drinking anything. And I remember pouring my first drink and topping up with whatever mixer I was using at the time, whatever fizzy pop or whatever, and immediately the second that's done, I tell myself that is just, I know, Red Bull, whatever, lemonade, whatever, and then put the bottle back in my bag because I wanted to hide it from myself because I don't want to see it, and it clinked with the other bottle that was already in there, and straight away, my mind, I lied to myself and said, oh, that's the neighbour putting the recycling out. And that's the way it is, Fuck me, we're good at lying to ourselves. You have to, otherwise you wouldn't stay in that life. You wouldn't stay in that you wouldn't stay doing it, So that was this morning. Lunchtime it was a beautiful sunny day, so I managed to get out, do my bike run and a bit of mindfulness circuit. It's brilliant. That is something I've come up for me, for my personal recovery, and the first day I'd done it properly was Christmas Day, and I've been doing it regularly since, and it's just perfect for me. Really, really good. Settles me right down and just gets a bit of energy out of me, but it also clears my mind, clears my body, clears my lungs. It just sort of filters me, thoughts, blood, air, whatever you want to call it, and my body energy levels and my mind are a lot more alert as a result. And I can feel the progression very slowly that I'm getting better at it, and that's a pat on the back in itself, isn't it? It builds your confidence. So that was lunch, and then came back this afternoon for this afternoon's group, and again it was about having joy in recovery, and it was all good. There's basically having fun when you're straight, sober, not using, however you want to put it, but just enjoying life, and it is totally doable, and there's lots of options out there. There really is, So it was a little bit sabotaged. I went down the wrong route for a little bit, but that's the way groups are. They don't always stick to what's on the paper. It's a rolling program, as they say. So that was really good, and I'm just gonna now finish, have a cup of tea and finish this card, just a thank you card I'm sending to my key worker back in Liscard Ad Action. I'm just saying thank you to her, really, and and I've got another card that I'm just sending to the office because there's other staff members and volunteers there that help me so much. I just feel really grateful at the minute, and lots of things have happened behind the scenes that you don't see, but you feel the benefit of. And I've been in this situation myself a few times when, as a teacher, when a student's come up and thanked me, and it's meant more than anything else. So I've been careful about this, and I've wanted to do it. But just the recent getting that little bit of that funding just to help me to go back to Brighton for the weekend to see my wife that's the icing on the cake. I mean, to put a bid forward for that and for me to get it. I mean, just blown away. So anyway, what I'm going to write in the card, I've got it written down on a scrap bit of paper. I'm just going to write it in the card and send it now. So my quick sort of little note to my key worker in this card. Words cannot aptly express how grateful I feel about all the hard work, personal energy and help you have put into my recovery. You can shrug off compliments by saying it's your job, but it's my life that's affected. And how positive an effect you have been. Our one-to-ones were very useful, but I feel it's been behind the front lines of recovery where you've excelled for me. Being a teacher, I understand how much work is done behind closed doors, away from what the public see. I also know how hard it is to get something done and implemented. Again, here you have been exemplary. I also don't want you to read this. I also don't want you to read this and use my personal progress and success so far in recovery as your excuse. Remember, you were the enabler. You gave me the options. You pointed the best way. You gave me the tools to use. You helped me on my recovery road. So do accept my compliment and smile at yourself in the mirror, because you are great. Grateful love, appreciation and heartfelt hope, Dan. Yeah. So I'll write that neatly in the card and post it. Alright, I've just finished having dinner. Yeah, right, so I've written my card to my key worker, and then also just a general card to my ad action office, and just both thank you cards, so I'm going to send them. And yeah, had a good, since last checked in, had a good coffee in town. Bit of normality there. It's nice to get. And came back, had a nice meal, and tonight some acupuncture. Had that last night, and I had the best night's sleep since being here. I mean, that beats any sleeping tablets you can get. A bit of acupuncture in your ears, can't beat it for sleep. I think it's guaranteed. So I'm really looking forward to that again tonight, and another great night's sleep. And yeah, tonight's a big night. I'm stopping my mirtazapine. I was on the smallest dose when I got in here. I was on 15 mils of mirtazapine, and the last 4 weeks I've broken that down into just half a pill, which I think is a placebo. The 15 is the smallest they do, and tonight I'm just not going to have anything. I've sort of scheduled it so tonight I stop, so that's the plan. But I mean, there's acupuncture to be had, so hopefully sleep shouldn't be an issue, and yeah, I'm just really happy about these cards, sending them back, bit of gratitude going back, and there's a few other things I need to do on that front as well, so that's a start. I don't want to forget about people that have helped me, on this journey. So I need to. I feel I'm not being told by anybody to being or encouraged to do this. This is something I feel is coming totally from me. Yeah, it feels good to do that. I feel better for it. So that's me for today.